Hi, and welcome to Conscious Creating Life Coaching. My name is Diane. I'm a certified holistic life coach, and on this channel, we are all about the practice of creating our lives consciously, living with intention and purpose so that life is deeply meaningful, fulfilling, and honestly, just lots more fun. So, there is much that is outside of your control. The politics, weather, what's going on in the economy, on the stock market, in your community, maybe at your job, even with your family, right? We can't control what other people do, even if we're close to them and we love them so much. And honestly, not even with our pets. That is evidenced in my house on a daily basis. I cannot control what my pets do. And sometimes that lack of control of things around us leaves us feeling as if we don't have any control in our lives, like we are just, a victim of what goes on around us. But nothing could be further from the truth. You are not a victim. There is more control available to you, maybe, than you realize, and that's what I'd like to talk about today. The good news is we have the control within us that we need, but we frequently don't use it because we distract ourselves trying to control things that we can't control. How much your kid studies, how good your parent is at taking good care of themselves and doing the things they're supposed to do, or your spouse, or the people who report to you, whatever it is. But if we put our focus and attention on the things we can control, we can notice a serious uptick in how much better our life gets, in the quality of life. And what somebody once said is just how much fun it is to be you. So, what control is that? Number one, what you choose to believe. A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. It is not truth with a capital T. It's just a thought you keep thinking. And while that might not have any basis in reality, that belief becomes true for you. So if you believe that it's impossible to lose weight over 40, then no matter what you try, you won't be able to because it doesn't match up with your belief. If you believe that it is impossible to save enough money to travel, then no matter what you try, it won't work because your belief doesn't support it. No matter what we do in the outside world, life will always circle around to line up with what we believe. So to start, exercising some of that control that you do have in your life, I invite you to take a look at your beliefs. Specifically, what do you believe is possible for you? Do you believe it is possible to have a healthy, loving, mutually beneficial relationship, romantic relationship? Do you believe that it is possible to get in great shape and feel, sexy and strong? Do you believe that it is possible to get older and maintain your vitality? Do you believe that you're worthy of a good life? Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Do you believe you're worthy of a good life? Or do you feel, or do you believe that you have to earn it first? Do you have to achieve something in particular in your mind before you will accept that you're worthy? That can be a real trap because that's elusive. We're always chasing that. But if you believe that you're worthy as you are, you have already set the stage for amazing changes in your life. If you've never believed that you were worthy, that maybe you were taught in the environment in which you grew up that you were not worthy, that you were maybe a bad person, or lazy, or less than, or stupid, or something. But through your process of growing up and living life, understanding that there are other ways to believe, other ways to be, That if you start to believing, it's like, you know what, I'm worthy of a good life. I'm worthy of what I desire. That just changes everything. Super exciting. So the first way to really, show your muscle, use the control that you do have is to look at your beliefs. I love to do this with a paper and a pen and a cup of coffee or something, glass of wine, whatever makes your skirt fly up, and just start writing what you believe. Don't censor it. Let it be organic. Let it just come out. What do you believe? Do you believe that it's wrong to have a lot of money? A lot of people, especially if they grew up in a church, are taught that money is the root of all evil. If you believe money is the root of all evil, but you want money to be able to get the things for your family that you want, to have the experiences and, the travel or the cars or whatever it is that you want, you believe this, but you're going for that, you're setting yourself up for just a bunch of frustration. So start journaling. Just let it be a meandering, wondering, I believe this, I believe that. I believe healthy food tastes awful. Do you believe that? Our beliefs are hugely impactful in the life that we experience. They form the outer perimeter of what we can experience. So for you to take some time to sit down, maybe this weekend, with your journal and a pen, and just start writing down what you believe. What do you believe about life? Is it a dog-eat-dog world? If something can go wrong, it will? Or do you believe that life, though challenging, is beautiful? That people in general are good? That is huge. If you do nothing else that I say but that, you will notice a big, big shift in how you see yourself in your own life, how you show up for yourself in life. Another great way to exhibit the control that you do have are the thoughts that you entertain in your mind. Our thoughts have huge creative power, and the more we think them, our repetitive thoughts in particular, have more power, and the thoughts that bring a feeling with them have even more power. This is where we really, I feel like, not that we dropped the ball, but like I said, we're so busy trying to control everybody and everything else. If we focus just on our thoughts, that would, again, have a huge impact on how we experience life. Have you ever dropped in to listen to your thoughts? Are they mostly good? Are they at all good? Are they encouraging at all? Are they finding fault with yourself and other people? Are they thoughts of negativity and criticism and blame finding? That is a huge piece of the power you have that you're forfeiting if you don't at least become aware of those thoughts. Have you ever been in a restaurant or maybe standing in line somewhere and someone close to you is talking and you just kind of lean in, just listen to that conversation, eavesdrop a little bit? Right? Not because you're a spy or, you're trying to, get into their privacy or whatever. No, it's just interesting to see what other people are talking about. Turn that same interest to your own mind. What are you thinking about? Are you planning what you're going to do next for your next steps in your personal life or in work? Are you thinking about how you can get your workout in? Are you thinking about how grateful you are for the beautiful weather or your healthy family? What are you thinking? Drop in on those thoughts. And if that sounds like too weird of a practice, I suggest you find something you do every single day. Sit at a red light, wait for the walkie sign, wash your hands, get a glass of water or something, and just drop in. And simply ask yourself, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? And if you find yourself thinking something negative or bad, don't beat yourself up about it. I mean, this is just how we roll as a human these days. But put that anchor in your day to check in with your thoughts. The more you do this, the more natural it will feel, the more your awareness of what you think will expand. And when you're aware of what you're thinking, you can change what you're thinking. If you find yourself criticizing your kid's teacher or your partner or your in-laws, if they would only this, if they didn't that, and just say, you know what? I'm happy to be here in this moment. I'm happy that I get to have lunch with my colleague. I'm grateful that I've got a car to drive. I love that I've got some fur babies waiting for me at home. I'm so happy that I want to go for a walk this weekend or a bike ride, or I'm so grateful for my cup of coffee sitting at my desk. You can change the thoughts that you habitually think. And when you change your thoughts, you change your life. I think there have been a lot of PBS things about that, change your thoughts, change your life, change your mind, change your life. And that might be cheesy, but it is absolutely true. So that's another form of control you have over your life, because your thoughts are creative. They have creative power. And when you realize that and you start to think things purposefully, like, I'm really excited about this presentation coming up. I'm looking forward to this. Life is amazing. I'm really very blessed. I complain a lot, but I'm really very blessed. You change, you're using the power you have to control what you can to create a beautiful life. And the other way that you can use the control that you have is with the words that you speak. We are too careless with the words that we say. I was with a friend once at her house, and we were getting ready to have lunch together, and she was getting some things out of the refrigerator, and one of the sealed containers that she was carrying, she had a couple things in her hands, one slipped to the floor and dropped. Now, it was sealed, so nothing broke or spilled out or anything, and she said, I'm an idiot. I'm like, don't say that. Don't say you're an idiot. How about if you say, oops? How many, dropping something? We're human. We drop things. It happens. So you think about the words that you speak. Speak kindly to yourself. If you make a mistake, if you forget something, instead of berating yourself, just say, oops, I remembered this. You might have forgotten it initially, but you remembered it eventually. Speak kindly to yourself. Speak kindly to other people. Bless other people with your words. When you see a stranger that's wearing something that you like, or something about them you can admire, say so. Tell them. You brighten their day, but it's like, oh my gosh, I love that coat. Or, I don't know, your hat, your shoes. I love your smile. You have the most beautiful eyes. Oh, and that maybe it can get a little creepy when you start to, compliment them physically too much. But just notice things. Be generous with your praise. Be generous with your compliments. Speak love into the world, because that's what it is. You're putting love out into the world. When your child comes the first time they're called to dinner, say, wow, amazing you listened the first time. Thanks. Use your words, because they have tremendous creative power too, to create the kind of life that you want to live. So I hope I have done a good job of making it clear that you have the power that you need, as much as there is in the world that is outside of our control. There is much that is within your control. You control the beliefs you choose to hold. We can release old ones. We can create new empowering ones any time we want. If you've never thought about your beliefs before, you can start today. You have tremendous control over the thoughts that you think. Now, you might think, Diane, like a lot of them just sort of come through my mind and I really I did not want that thought. Trust me, it was disturbing and it's scary and I don't want it. Yeah, I get it. That happens. But in that moment, you can choose to think something else. You can say to yourself, now I'm just scaring myself. I want to think something nice, right? I'm going to have pasta for lunch. That would be my nice thought. So your beliefs, your thoughts, and lastly, your words. Use your words to speak kindly to yourself, to speak kindly to other people, to be blessings. Do you remember that childhood tale about the mom and the two daughters? And of course, one of them is, homely, not attractive, but very kind and hardworking. And then the one that's physically beautiful is mean. And the mom sends the one that is not attractive out into the woods to do stuff. She comes upon somebody who's asking for a morsel of bread or something, and she shares it, and that person blesses her. And everything that when she talks after that comes out of her mouth is beautiful, and flowers and gems and all gorgeous things. And then the next day, the mom sends the beautiful daughter out into the woods. She comes across the same old crone who also, again, asks for a morsel of bread, but the beautiful, mean daughter denies her, rebukes her, sends her off. And from that point forward, every time that beautiful daughter opens her mouth, awful things come out. Reptiles, snakes, frogs, rats, things like that. You don't have to think about rats coming out of your mouth. That's alarming, but your words do have that effect. You can bless somebody or not. You can be kind to yourself, show love, encouragement. Yeah, that was an amazing workout. I did a great job. Or not. You have the control you need to create a very fulfilling and meaningful life, to consciously create your life. I hope that's been helpful to you. If it is, please give that like button a hit. And I would be interested to hear in the comments below which of those comes easily to you and which of those do you struggle with. Sometimes we really struggle with our thoughts. Sometimes we can't even get at our beliefs to figure out what they are. I would love to know what your experience is, because this is a journey of creating our lives consciously. Until next time, everyone, have a great day.